So first of all, hello everybody. Myself Prathamesh Kalaskar and I'm from TB Girvalkar Polytechnic Ambazogai. So today I'm going to give a presentation on UAV, that is unmanned aerial vehicle. I am the leader of this group and these are my group members Adinath Aga, Somnath Kale, Bharat Parmar and Akhtar Sheikh. So these are the contents that we are going to cover right from the introduction to the reference. So UAV stands for unmanned aerial vehicle, and these UAVs can be controlled by two methods, by operating a remote control or via computers. So our UAV has both the features. Generally UAVs are used for spying over the terrorist areas. So here I would like to clear the main motto of our project. See, UAVs are already invented, but our main motto behind this project was cost. The cost of UAVs is too much, so in this project we have tried to reduce that cost and try to reduce our overall budget. Literature survey. So first UAV was designed in 1916 by the US Army in World War I, and then US Navy tried to show their interest, and during World War II, uh, first remote control aircraft or radio plane was designed. So here's the list of electronics that we have used in our project. These are the cheapest and smartest electronics available in the market. So first thing is first, that is APM 2.8. It is just a flight controller. This is the brain of our UAV which controls all the activities like providing stabilization, and it also has some safety features like RTL, that is return to launch. I will explain about it later. The next thing is GPS. Here I am using 7M GPS module with the external compass. It basically shows the live position of our UAV. So the next thing is telemetry. As I told, UAVs can be controlled via ground stations like computers, so there is need of telemetry. So there are two modules. The first one is ground module and second one is air module. So air module is connected to the APM flight controller board in our UAV, and second one, that is ground module, which is connected to the PC or any Android phone. So then here is the transmitter and receiver. I'm using FSI6 transmitter and FSI6 receiver. So basically it is a 6 channel receiver. That means I can control 6 channels using this transmitter. I will talk about it later. So it has got a frequency of 2.4 gigahertz, and the operating range of this transmitter is up to 2 kilometers in open area. Well, then I have used servo motors, which are 9-gram plastic gear servo motors, which are used to control the control surfaces of our UAV. I will talk about the control surfaces in working section. Then we have used a 3-cell, that is 11.1 volt LiPo battery. These batteries are very powerful. This battery can deliver up to 50 amps of current, and with this battery the flying time of our UAV is up to 15 minutes. Well, the flying time can be increased by using a battery having higher capacity. Then next thing is BLDC motor. We have used BLDC motor, and the rating of the motor is 1000 kV. That means when you supply 12 volt to this motor, it can rotate at an average speed of 12,000 rpm, and these motors have very high torque and less speed. So we have choose 1045 probe, that is 10-inch probe with this motor. And as I told, we are using BLDC motors. That means there is a need of electronic speed controller to control the speed of that motor. So that motor draws up to 15 amps of current, but to be on safer side, here we have used 30 ampere ESC. And here you can see the design of our UAV. So this thing is completely made out of Depron sheets. So because of that, it is very light in weight, and it can be rebuilt if it crashes. And here you can see the connections that we did. So basically here we have connected our receiver, telemetry, GPS, motors, servo motors to the flight controller, and then we have programmed it using Mission Planner software. So next is working. So the shape or the design that you can see on the screen is a aerofoil shape. It is known as a Clark aerofoil shape that we have used in our UAV. So basically it produces lift as the UAV moves in forward direction. So mainly there are four forces that acts on our UAV. So the first one is thrust, that is generated by the motor. Second one is gravity, which pulls the UAV in downward direction. Then third one is the lift, which is produced by the wings, and last but not the least is the drag, which pulls the plane in backward direction. Well, that's about how UAV flies. So the next thing is how to control them. So for controlling there are three sections, like the ailerons, rudder and elevator. Ailerons are used to control the rolling action, rudder is used to control the yaw, and elevators are used to control the pitch, that is nothing but the up and down motion. And here are some advantages of our UAV, that is it can do autonomous flying, it can be hand launched, there is no need of runway, it has certain flying modes like RTL mode. So in RTL mode, as soon as you switch on this mode, your UAV will return back to its position, to its takeoff position. So that is one kind of a safety mode. Then second one is stabilize mode. This mode can be used in windy conditions where the UAV will try to balance itself, and some other modes are also available like loiter mode, circle mode, and etc. And here are some disadvantages, like one cannot fly this thing in rainy conditions and it is a little bit noisy, but we are continuously working on that. The next thing is applications, like UAVs are used in militaries, they can be used for land surveying. Recently the land records department has hired some UAVs for drone surveying, and then they can be used in rescue, like for photography. There are millions of applications, so these are some future scopes. Well, UAVs further can be used for delivery in healthcare sections or in firefighting, and here are the references. So thank you, and you guys can also watch some demos of our project.